All right, we're going to work on our first project inside of OnShape, and what we're going to do is create a Batman coaster. I've already got one here that I made so you can have a look at it. It's a pretty easy thing to do. I'm using the right mouse button just to move around. I can also click up here on top to get it back in the top mode, and you can see that there's just a couple of extrusions and a couple of sketches. We'll go through what all that means in just a minute. So let's go off back to the beginning here. I just clicked the OnShape menu up in the top left, and I'm going to click Create Document, Demo Batman Coaster. All right, we'll click Create. So you can see we've got 3 planes that are highlighted here, and the first thing I'm going to do is draw a couple of lines. These are going to be construction lines, and you'll see why these are important in a few minutes. So I click the top, on the top right here, just so I can get in top view. If I right mouse button click, I can move around, but I want to just work in top view for a few minutes here. So I'm going to create a new sketch. Everything has to have be associated with a sketch, and sketches must be associated with one of the 3 planes. I'm going to click on top, and now our sketch is ready to go. You notice it's a totally different menu. So if I click the check mark and we go back to this mode where we can create new sketches, you can see what the menu looks like, but the menu changes as soon as I double click and go into a sketch. So this is basically our edit mode now. I'm going to draw lines, 2 lines, and again, you're going to see why in a few minutes. And then I'm going to hit Escape, and then I'm going to select the line tool again and draw a line over here as well, drawing a line on top of lines. All right. Then what I'm going to do is select those lines, and I'm going to click up here to turn them into construction lines. And notice how they have that sort of dotted appearance. Looks like Morse code. I'll click that on both of them, and now I've got 2 X and Y type of construction lines that I can use. Next thing I'm going to do is pull in an image. And the image, of course, is going to be the Batman symbol. So we click up here, Insert Image. And from within the image, there's nothing here yet. We need to import something. Menu appears, there's the Batman logo. And notice it doesn't actually appear here yet. Well, we need to select it, and then we need to drag where we want it. And we can move it around. I'm going to want to get the size of this because I want to make about a 9 centimeter wide coaster. So this should be about maybe 8 centimeters. At least the image here should be. So I'm going to draw another construction line. I can actually move this up, I suppose, just so I don't get interfering lines. All right, you know what I could do is see if I can move the points on this one. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Hit the space bar to deselect. You don't want them both selected. Okay, and you can see I need to move the image down most likely. I don't know, maybe right about there. And now we'll do a quick measurement. I could zoom in and try and get this a little bit better. I just hit the space bar to make sure nothing's selected. Okay. Pull that one in. And I guess I should have checked to make sure that this is nicely aligned, which it is not. So that needs to be nearly perfectly aligned. That's going to matter. We'll see why in a few minutes. Sorry, let's go back and just get these set. We'll get these set. That way we can do an accurate measurement for this thing. Spacebar first, and we'll move that point out. Okay, so we should be good. So let's do a measurement on that line, and what we do is we click on the dimension tool, select the line, and if we pull down, we can see it is set to 95 point. Let's make it 95.8. Round up. That shouldn't really make much difference. Not any sort of visible difference anyway. All right, so we got to this point, and we want to now trace on top of this thing. This is looking pretty good. We know the dimensions. We've got the background set. But in order to do that, we want to create a new sketch. So the background is on one sketch. Our actual drawing is going to be on its own sketch. And that's important. So the next thing to do is we select a plane for this sketch. There we go. Same top plane again. And click OK. And now you can see these are obviously ellipses. So we're going to double click, go back into that sketch. And I could just call this tracing or Batman or something. I don't know. I'll click check. And I'm going to double click this. And I'm just going to name this and call it image. Okay. All right, so tracing. I'm going to select the ellipse tool. You might have it set to center point circle. Just click on it. You get a drop-down menu, select ellipse, start from the middle, and drag out until we get to the end point. Then it'll give you another chance before you click to make an adjustment and to click. Okay, so we've got one done. Let's make another. Click the ellipse tool, start in the middle, drag out to here, and then try and get this as close as possible. Click again, and we've got our 2 ellipses done. That was pretty easy. We could get fancy here and have a look at the actual sizes and compare the difference to make sure our vertical and horizontal are correct. So we can go out here, 51, 51.5. Okay, and then I'll select this one, drag it out, 54.3. Okay, so we can see we have a difference of, what is that, 1.8? Is that right? Or is it 2.8? Yes. So then I'm going to check this one, and I want to make sure that that's not what I wanted. I want to check this one down here. So let's make sure we select the dimension tool, then click. All right, so we have 95.8. Oh, it didn't like that. Okay, let's just leave it 95.821. And we'll select this one. Select the measurement tool. Oops, there we go. And if we want to really be official about this, we should see the same difference between these two. And we can make adjustments so that they're roughly or exactly the same. I'm not going to get to that much of a detail right now, though. Next thing we want to do is trace over the Batman symbol. To do that, we click on Spline. Okay, and I'm going to go here to Spline. I'm going to click here, and I'm just going to follow the outline. You can see it doesn't need to be perfect. We can always come back and change these anyway. If you put 2 close together, you can sometimes kind of fix it. What we really need to do is convert that to a point. Shift middle mouse lets us move. You can see as you go around the circle, it causes the previous circle to kind of bend, which is nice. Shift middle mouse again. I want to go fairly quickly here. We just want to get this done. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. And again, a point quite close to the previous one. We don't need too many points on this. Okay, the good news is we're almost done because we only need to do half of this. If you notice, it's, well, I'm sure you noticed, it's symmetrical, obviously. Another point there and here. Hit escape, and we've got it drawn. The only thing is I do want to clean up some of these points. Oh, I'm going to hit escape here. Select it again, and we should be able to move these points. If there's a few points that are really bothering you, this would be the chance to kind of clean those up. Let's see, is there any other? Most of these look pretty good. Yeah, maybe we'll shift that one a little bit. Swing him down a bit. Okay, and I mean, you can get really picky if you want to. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's good enough. Okay, so what's next? Well, this is kind of cool. What we'll do next is use the mirror tool, and it says select a mirror line. So the line that we're going to use as a mirror is going to be this axis down the middle. Then select, oops, there we go. Select entities to be mirrored. It's going to be this line here. We click it, and look at that, we're done. Okay, just like that. It's awesome. Now we can actually, I'm going to click the check mark. I'm going to go back to image. We're going to hide the image. We don't need that anymore. And we've got our tracing done. And this is quite awesome, actually. We could also delete or hide these axes. We don't need those. So actually, I'll just show you what that looks like. That's the planes that show up. I'll use the spacebar, deselect everything. And so if I click on the hide here, it just kind of simplifies it. So all we see is just a top plane. All right, I'm going to go back to the top view. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and now we're going to have some fun and turn this thing into a three-dimensional object. To do that, we go back into our tracing sketch, and we select what we want to actually extrude. And I'm going to select everything. We're going to extrude the whole thing. You'll see why in a few minutes. So I'm going to click the extrude button, and we want to go 5 millimeters. Actually, I'm going to click the X here. We do want this to be a coaster, so it really should be round. We're going to go back to tracing. I need to add a round component to this. Simple. All we do is click here, drag it out. That's 90. I said I wanted it to be 9 centimeters. It's going to be 99.3. Close enough. Okay, so we're done now. Now what I want to do is the extrusion. So I'm going to select all of the, I'll click the check mark. We'll go back into tracing. I'm going to select the areas. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 separate areas. They're all selected. I go to sideways view using the right mouse button. And we're going to extrude. Now, once they extrude at 25 millimeters, I'm just going to do 5. We'll click the check mark, and we've got the thing done. Now we've lost our Batman symbol. Don't get nervous. We'll go back to tracing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to extrude on top of this. I want the Batman symbol to show up, so I'm going to click on it first. I'm going to go extrude again. Okay, and now look at it sticking right out of it. It defaults always to 25 millimeters. I only want this to be 1 millimeter high. That's it. But it starts from 0. That's going to be a problem. It's going to be embedded. We won't be able to see it. So we click starting offset. It again defaults to 25. We're going to set that to 5. And now it just sits right on top, and that looks awesome. Only thing is, if I'll go back to top view. Only problem here is if we put a cup on that, it's going to be kind of tippy. So let's go back into tracing our sketch, and we need to extrude this area and this area. I'm going to do them separately because I want this to be yellow. So I click the extrude button again. Defaults to this. I'm going to go 1 millimeter, and remember we need a starting offset of 5, and that will place it on top. Click the check mark, and I must have done something wrong because we lost everything. Okay, so let's have a look. Depth 1 millimeter, stop. We want to click new. That's important. We want this to be new, and I don't know if I actually did that with this extrude. So let's go back. The Batman symbol. Yep, I did. Okay. Sorry, that's this one here. I did not click new. So we need that to be new. That's important. There, now we've got an actual part here that we can work with. Okay, so I'm going to select this and this, and you can see it selects part 2 and 3 down here. We can right click and we can go edit appearance for 2 parts, and I'm going to make them black. Click the check mark. We've also got this piece here, which is part 4. I'm going to edit appearance, and I'm going to make it a yellow color, as close to yellow as I can. Okay, just check it off. We can always use, yeah, that looks okay. Okay, now we got one little problem. We still have to extrude the outside of this. How do we do that? Well, simple. We go back to tracing. We select just the outside piece. We click extrude. We set it to 1. We set this to offset, starting offset to 5. And now we can go add. We're just going to add on to what was already there. Oh, it won't let us do that. We'll just click new. That's okay. As long as we set it to the same color, we should be okay. And it looks like it's defaulting to that color anyway. We'll select it, right click, go edit appearance, and it looks like it's assigned the same blue. Just to show you though, we can select that blue, and we could then go to part 1, and we can go right click, edit appearance, and we can make it that same navy blue. And now we've got this thing done.